Have you ever heard of the Great Depression? Well, I'm sure you have. Hi, my name is Druv K, and I'll be talking about the Great Depression and if there was another one. The Great Depression, which began in 1929 on Black Tuesday when the stock market crashed, and many people panicked in front of Wall Street. It lasted through much of the 1930s, adding on with two presidents going through this period. One of these presidents was President Hoover, who didn't really care about the Great Depression because he said the government should not get involved in this. And then there was President Roosevelt. He thought the government should get involved and help the citizens of America. He said the New Deal, and some organizations that were under this was the WPA and the TVA. The WPA, the Work Progress Association, did projects so young people without jobs could earn money for their families. Also, the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority. So Tennessee Valley was one of the most impoverished places during the time. And so they created the Tennessee Valley Authority, the TVA. And it was kind of like the WPA, but they did bigger projects, like they built buildings, roads, and dams. And then but there was a bad effect to this. The Dust Bowl. Dust Bowl was in the Midwest, and it was a series of dust storms. Another effect was World War II, but this restored confidence and provided jobs, but it was massive industrial mobilization. Now, let's say if there were another Great Depression. It'd be like the world's biggest piggy bank falling off the tallest shelf, and then all the coins rolling away. Not even superheroes, detectives, and vacuum cleaners working together could buy them. And food lines would stretch so long they'd look like the world's biggest amusement park ride, except instead of roller coasters at the end, you just get soup and bread. Kids would start trading goofy things like, I'll trade you 3 crayons, a rubber band, and my left shoelace for half your sandwich. And they joked that dinner was air seasoned with imagination, and dessert was a giant scoop of invisible ice cream with sprinkles of hope. Bakes might close down, which is hilarious to picture, because then bankers would have to find new jobs, like selling lemonade, juggling oranges, or maybe working as clowns at birthday parties. And do you know that three-fourths of bank tellers actually became orange and apple sellers? And then kids would start joking that the bankers' wallets were so empty they made echo sounds, or how that piggy banks had turned into piggy ghosts that rattled when you shook them. And kids would invent silly games like Great Depression Monopoly. And grandpas would start saying, like, when back in my day, invisible spaghetti tasted better. And everyone would laugh so hard they'd forget for a moment that the world's piggy bank was empty. Because when even money disappears, silliness doesn't. And sometimes the best way to survive a Great Depression is to turn into the Great Giggle Session, where invisible spaghetti is served for dinner and invisible ice cream scoop for dessert. And laughter is the one currency that never runs out, no matter how many times the piggy bank breaks, because as long as kids can imagine cats running Wall Street, dogs barking stock tips, and parents serving air pie, and grandparents telling stories about how invisible food used to taste better, everyone will keep smiling, prove that even in the hardest times, jokes are stronger than broken piggy banks, and the Great Depression could secretly become the great comedy show where every family is the star.